currently have tornado warnings going off across the state of Kansas. No one's watching, so it doesn't really matter, but whatever. So I'm just live streaming, first time live streaming. Alrighty. So yeah. So current tornado warnings at the moment. Just crossing from Oklahoma actually crossing from Kansas into southern Nebraska near the town of McCook. In Danbury, it seems. So current tornado warnings across southern Kansas. So one of the warnings, I probably need to take that down for a second. So tornado warnings, Cambridge, down to McCook, around here. That's one of the warnings, I believe. Should probably make that more of a straight line. So that is the tornado warning in southern Nebraska at the moment. That's the only tornado warning in southern Nebraska, northern Kansas area at the moment. So, and current tornado warnings, there's a few in the Texas Panhandle. At the currently, there's one approaching the town of Perryton, and there is one just south of there near White Deer and Panhandle. The White Deer and Panhandle, when it's very close to the radar and it looks relatively strong on velocity on the radar. So yeah, we could get a tornado there in just a second. If you look right here, this is first tornado warning is in this area near Perryton, and second one just north of Panhandle. There are no confirmed tornadoes on the ground at this time. but there are several strong cells. There are also cells initiating southern Kansas at the moment. I'm saying at the moment a lot, aren't I? Now, there are a lot of cells initiating along a dry line in southern Kansas, all the way up the dry line. So near Dodge City is where those storms are initiating. Just to the west of Dodge City, where this little icon is for severe thunderstorm warning, that's where that is. That's where the severe thunderstorm warning is. We're getting, so far, reports of half-inch hail around there. That's where most spotters are. We also have some cells initiating to the north of Garden City around this area, Scott City. We have a few rogue cells out in front. A few actually had a tornado warning. To the south of Salina, I believe, had a tornado warning. So there are a few out here. Just south of Trenton, just to the north of Ellsworth, and just to the south of Crawford. Those cells don't have much tornado potential at the moment, but they are severe thunderstorm warnings. So they could potentially drop something in the future. And new tornado warning, I believe. Nope, that's continuation. So no new tornado warnings at the moment, but there are continuations of the warnings, meaning that they are still ongoing. People are saying that there could be a tornado near White Deer at the moment. I'm saying at the moment a lot. I need to stop doing that. So yeah, tornado warning's just been is currently in effect near White Deer, Texas, and it seems that there's a strong rotation on that, meaning that there could be a tornado on the ground at this time. I can actually check. I can't show it because of copyright, but I can actually look at people's streams who are tracking these storms. So, uh, there's a severe storm. Okay, if you want to see actual severe coverage, people chasing out there, I would recommend go watching Texas Storm Chasers stream it right now because they're tracking that storm. But I can't. So I can see what they're seeing, but I'm not allowed to show it because if I do, then I'll get copyright stripe stuff. Plus, the people in the live chat are saying political stuff, so yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So, all tornado warnings that I mentioned are still ongoing. Southern Kansas near, southern Nebraska near McCook, just south of McCook, and a separate tornado warning directly next to it in the towns of Danbury and Lebanon. There also is a tornado warning approaching Perryton, Texas, which is far northern Texas Panhandle. And another one which may have a tornado on it approaching White Deer and Pampa, Texas. So there are also a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings. A very large severe thunderstorm warning that crosses the interstate. I believe it's I'd have to look on a map. It's I-27, crosses I-27 south of Amarillo, north of Lubbock. It includes Amherst, Littlefield, Alton, and Crest. Includes that area. That also includes Plainview. So this severe thunderstorm warning extends from near Silverton all the way down to Littlefield. So if I draw a box here, it's like that. That's where the severe thunderstorm warning is. It's not a great, I'm not good at drawing, but yeah, it's about where it is. Out this area. Two cells that are causing the warning are located near Crest. That's where the hail core is on that. And near Amherst, just that actually includes Amherst just to the north. That's where those hail cores are on that storm. There are also severe thunderstorm warnings going on down south, approaching Odessa. It's near Pecos and Monahans. It is warning box looks to be this area. That's where the warning box is, and the cell is moving into that area. From over here, this is where the hail core is on that. And judging by the direction that this is going, this may hit parts of Odessa later on in its life. It just now organized. It is headed this direction, this general direction. So yeah, that looks to be heading towards Odessa and Midland. Might go north of it towards Goldsmith and Gardendale, but I don't know. Any new tornado warnings? Nope, not yet. But there are storms initiating in your Garden City and Dodge City. Yep, okay, near White Deer, near Amarillo, White Deer, right up here. White Deer might get hit by a tornado here in just a minute. The rotation on that is pretty strong, especially the rotation far away from the radar. But oh, yep, we likely have a tornado on the ground. If we're looking at specific locations, it looks to be looking at this little bend in the road. It looks to be located along looks to be located somewhere in this area. It's lagging behind, so give me a second. So if the tornado were on the ground, it looks like it would be located to the north of Panhandle, just past here, so probably in this area right here. So yeah, if there are people who live in if you know people who live in Panhandle, just tell them. We have a tornado near Spearman, just north of Spearman, Texas. We have a tornado on the ground by Texas storm chasers. Nope. Whoops. Spearman, Texas, we have a tornado just to the north. Just to the west of Perryton, we have a tornado on the ground via Texas storm chasers. It may have just lifted, but it was on the ground for a second there. Somewhere in this area. Looks like it might actually be a little bit west of there. So somewhere in this area, middle of nowhere, there appears to be a tornado on the ground. Checking satellite. Yeah, it's just all farms out there. No, there's pretty much nothing out there. There's an ISD back there. But actually, I thought that was a school. No, it's appears to be just that's cows. It's a lot, cow lot, whatever. Yep, this is Paladuro Canyon, so that's appears to have crossed over that area. And a beautiful storm near Hale Center, Texas, which is farther south, I believe. Yeah, so current storms in Texas, we have a whole bunch. We have a tornado producing storm to the north up here near Perryton. We have a tornado producing storm near Canyon. We have severe storms near Crest and Alton. And where's that in relation to Plainfield? It's just so we have a storm here and a storm over here. And looking farther south, we also have some across the New Mexico border. One right here. Appears like one right here. And then we have one approaching Odessa from down here. Oh, Nick, hello. Storms are about to pop off in Kansas. We're about to get probably a few tornadoes up there. If there's stuff hitting the Dodge City radar, observed tornado near Perryton, includes the town of Perryton. So middle of nowhere, but also includes Perryton. So it is this general area that is in the warning. Oh. Yeah, so that is the area which the tornado warning is. We also have probably a tornado on the ground near White Deer headed towards Pampa. Very strong rotation on that cell. It's actually getting stronger, so we might get a big tornado here in just a second near White Deer, just to the north of Panhandle. It seems that the area with rotation, there's a relatively big area with rotation, but the seems that the main area is in this location. I just say this general location, that's where it's located. It's not moving like at all, but it's there. So yeah, that's something. Okay, we have more severe thunderstorm warnings. One down here near Monahans, a few in New Mexico, inside of New Mexico, and a few down 27. One near Plainview. So yeah, that general area has a few severe thunderstorm warnings. We also have some new severe thunderstorms popping off near Dodge City, just south of Garden City. And we have a few, I believe, north of Garden City. Those have just initiated and will likely become severe overnight. If the ones north of Garden City can get going, then yeah, those are going to be big, big hail producers at least. Maybe a few tornadoes out of that too. More severe thunderstorms in northern Kansas, southern Nebraska. Southern Nebraska has a tornado warning near Cambridge. Looks like it will be allowed to expire, considering it expires in 1 minute, but that is still a dangerous severe thunderstorm. I'm going to take a peek here at the northeast, see what the northeast is doing. There are, I believe, a few severe thunderstorms up there. Yeah, there were a whole bunch of reports up there today, but most came before I started streaming. There is still one severe thunderstorm warning in between Reading or Reading, I don't know, and State College. Trying to find that location, exactly where that is. I'm trying to line it up right here near Middleburg, Beaver Springs, Callisterville, Richfield, Mount Pleasant Hills, and Malta, and Hemden. That area has a severe thunderstorm warning. Uh, Actually looks like new severe thunderstorm warning for this area down here near Elizabethville, Berrysburg, and Likens. Goes all the way up to Spring Glen. So pretty much the entire area is under severe thunderstorm warning for the next 30 minutes. The hazards in that severe thunderstorm warning up there. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust is the main threat there. There might be some small hail, but that's about it. Back over to Kansas. Looks like there's actually a tornado warning in Kansas. It was not showing up for me. I don't know why it wasn't. Near the town of Jennings. It's northern Kansas. Near Selden. Selden was hit yesterday by a tornado. So it's very unfortunate that they're in the area again. It's not showing up where it is for me. I don't know why. Trying to find it. Dang it. There's Colby. So we'll just go from Colby. Dang it, still not showing up. That's rather annoying. South of Norton, near Lenora. Norton, Kansas. Okay, there it is. Just south of Norton. There's no severe thunderstorm warning up here. There's a tornado warning down here. That I believe that includes the town of Lenora. It's very close to Jennings. It runs through Lenora. So the warning area appears to be this area. It's moving towards it's moving towards Lenora. Yeah, so probably need some water. So besides that one tornado warning and some in Texas, I think that's it for right now. Tornado warning for white deer. It's back to radar indicated. There's a big wall cloud on it though. It's a pretty big wall cloud. Central Kansas, large wall cloud. Let me look at the soundings across the area. 0Z is already passed, so we should get new soundings out here. That is, if the website is down, which it is not. So 0Z soundings. Southern Nebraska. Okay, we haven't gotten all the balloons in yet. But we do have a pretty we do a pretty big photograph at the moment. Capture a window real quick. adding something real quick. Look. Ah, dang it. Okay, so I think I just did something. Uh-oh. I don't know what I did. Messed something up. Where's the webcam? Okay, let's just remove this, see if that works. There we go. All right. So, observed soundings. I believe this will work. Right here is where is the observed sounding for 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 Eastern. That is a pretty big hodograph, indicating probably a chance for a few tornadoes. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, still waiting for the weather balloon for Dodge City. I don't know if they released it because they're under severe thunderstorm warning. Photographs from Midland, or that's Midland, Odessa. That's enough for severe weather. 72 at the surface, and then 72 at the surface, and then it. Yeah, that's still enough for severe weather. So yeah, I'm still waiting on that sounding from Dodge City. I don't know if it'll be out. So that's just the sounding from North Platte. That shows pretty big hodo. Indicates tornado potential. Let's do something real quick. Let me just change tabs. So if you look right here, basically it's saying this is the storm. I made it too big. Oops. This is the storm, and here's the hook on it. It's basically what it's showing. Saying, hey, where's the storm getting its stuff? And where's the hook on it? And there you go. That's basically what it is. So that shows a pretty good atmosphere for tornadoes. I mean, if you consider this the hook, yeah, that's pretty good for tornadoes. And I think it just opened up a camera thing. Oops. Oops. Yeah, so let me just switch back real quick to something. Here is the surface observations as of this is as of 7 o'clock, so this is 1 hour ago. If we look at the Central Plains, it seems to be having a stroke. Why is it doing that? What if I change sector, like, no? I don't know why it's doing that. it should not be doing that. Whatever. It's surface cape, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see it. Current surface cape across the area is around 4,500 or 4,000 to 4,500 across West Kansas, which is, a pretty big cape area where we could get some pretty big hail, possibly a few tornadoes out there. Violent tornado parameter. That thing, it's not very good, but it's showing that, so it's kind of a problem. When it shows something like that, it's pretty bad. I don't know why it's doing this though. It should be like this and not whatever it's doing. I'll just go violent tornado parameter down here and it should work. You should see it up there. Looks like it goes up to 15, which is nuts. That is not good. By the way, don't check HRRR during events. Don't check weather models during events. That's not what you want to do. No tornado warnings besides the one near Clayton, Kansas, which expires in 2 minutes, and the ones in Texas, which I've already covered, but I'll cover it again in just a second. So I will switch back. Move that over here. So current tornado warnings. We have one in Kansas, near Lenora, Kansas. That one will be expiring very soon. And if we go down here to near Perryton, Texas. So near Perryton, Texas, it's a radar indicated threat, meaning it's not a confirmed tornado, but there is possibly a tornado on the ground near Perryton. The tornado warning does include the city of Perryton. So yeah, we do have a tornado warning in Perryton at the moment. We also have a tornado warning near White Deer for a possible tornado on the ground. Whoops. That one has a very strong couplet on it. So yeah. Also, the new Spc Outlook is out. No changed parameters, so it is pretty much just the exact same risk. No change. I believe they did expand the moderate just a teeniest bit, but they didn't really change much in the long term. They did get rid of the northeast risk by a lot, though. It's just all that remains is a little bit in Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, and parts of Connecticut are in a 2% tornado risk. And then it's for hail. Actually, are they in? Yeah, they're in the 2% tornado risk. That 2% tornado risk also extends to Massachusetts. The hail probabilities. The hail probabilities are the exact same, except for it doesn't include Massachusetts. It goes all the way up to Connecticut. And then the wind probabilities that extends. If you look right here, I'll just take a picture of it. If I go right here, yeah, so new day 1. So hail only goes up to Connecticut. Tornado, same thing, but it goes to Massachusetts. And then wind probabilities that includes it's at 15%, which is slight risk, which goes from Virginia to Massachusetts, and then the marginal risk, which is level 1 out of 5, goes from Virginia all the way up to Massachusetts. Now, so we have a 15% hatch tornado risk, which is moderate probabilities. We have a 45% hatched hail risk, which is moderate probabilities. And we also have a 45% hatched wind risk, which is also moderate probability. So full moderate probabilities across the board. It looks like we're going to get probably a few tornadoes, possibly a couple strong tornadoes across West Kansas, southern Nebraska, northeastern Colorado. Then eventually that will transition into a wind risk across North Kansas, southern Nebraska. That's what it's looking like. Like things can change, but that's what it's looking like at the moment. Also, tomorrow's risk is an enhanced, possibly might get upgraded to moderate for a 10% tornado risk, 30% hatched hail risk, and 30% hatched wind risk. So that is a. It looks like it's going to be a pretty big event. Maybe not as big as this one, but there's a chance it could be. So enhanced tomorrow, moderate today. We're focused on the moderate for today at the moment. Tornado warning continues for Perryton. Tornado warning continues for White Deer. And new tornado warning, including Lenora, New Almelo, and Delvale in north central Kansas. It's in a radar hole, which means that there are not many radars around that I can look at it with. So that it looks like it's passing to the north of Lenora. It's just to the south of Clayton, near Delvale. It's headed for Delvale and just areas just south. So it doesn't show up. Dang it. Lenora, Kansas. So this town is relatively small. Population in it is 297, and I know I have no one watching from Kansas. So yeah, just tornado warning in Kansas, south of Norton, south of Norcator, and it also includes Lenora. Wait, I got up to like 3 people? Huh. Neat. Tornado warning, southern Nebraska, including the town of Palisade. So yeah, now we have a tornado warning in southern Nebraska. Yeah, so that's about it for right now. Be more stuff in the future because it's a 15 hatch tornado risk. That's a pretty big deal. But nothing at the moment. It looks like we have more stuff firing in South Kansas to the north of Scott City. It's trying. There are a few cells trying. So not much to talk about right now. Tornado warnings in Texas are still doing the thing, but there's not too much to look at. Aside from that, I've already covered that. So yeah, not much going on right now. Few tornado warnings in the North Texas Panhandle, including Perryton. Tornado warning just to the north of White Deer and Panhandle, possibly a tornado around here. to the north, the Panhandle Wind Project. I have no idea what that is, but it's all right. We also have a tornado warning southern Nebraska near it includes the town of Palisade and another tornado warning including Lenora, Kansas, right up here. So those are the current tornado warnings. There are quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings, a few across Texas. Down here. Yeah, so a few across Texas, one approaching Odessa. There are a few in New Mexico, eastern New Mexico. At least last time I checked, there were. There's one north of Lubbock, south of Amarillo, near the town of Plainview. There are severe thunderstorms firing near Dodge City. They are not doing much at the moment, though. And then we have a few severe thunderstorm warnings in central Kansas near Salina. No tornado warnings, though. And we have that one tornado warning in southern Nebraska. But that's about it for right now. Mostly sparse, all sparsely populated areas. No, nothing big right now. Oh, but I do have something. Okay, it fixed itself. So, currently, if we look at the 8 o'clock surface-based thermodynamics, I will change my screen real quick to this. It should work right there. So here's the 8 o'clock thermodynamics from the SPC. Currently have an area of 4,000 Cape across southern Kansas, 3,500 across this area, and we have a few isolated cells out here, but if these cells in your Dodge City can get going, they're going to have a big area to, do stuff. Southern Nebraska's got stuff too. If we look at wind shear, effective wind shear, it's got plenty to work with over here. And bulk shear, yeah, it's got plenty. Helicity as well, it's got enough. 300, that's probably enough. Also, that's why the southern Nebraska cells are having a fun time producing tornadoes. Also, here's something interesting. Now, these composite things, they're not very good, but when one shows 16 on significant tornado parameter, that's kind of concerning. Just take a screenshot of this real quick. There we go. So yeah, that's not very good. Now I'll change back real quick. No no new tornado warnings that I know of. I'll check again. Actually, there is near Perryton again. It's just an extension of the current Perryton tornado warning. So yeah, that one, I don't know if it's on the ground or not. Actually, looking at it right here, I have a stream pulled up. I can't show it because of copyright, but I have a stream pulled up. There is a nice mesocyclone over the town of Perryton, just passing to the south of it. Just passing south of the main part of town. It may drop a tornado here in just a minute, but it's not on the ground at the moment. checking it right now. Can't find anything new. I mean, there's a whole bunch of storms, but there are no tornadoes